Hello everyone, welcome, I'm Robert, and today I want to discuss the 2025's People's Choice Top 200 solo games. Now this year, I don't plan to make a top 20, top 50 solo war games of all time list because my rankings didn't change that much. I do have a lot of other cool lists planned for the holiday season, which I'm looking forward to making, but I did want to comment on some of the rankings this year. So there's tons of games in this list that I have not played, so I am not gonna discuss every single item on the list, but let's go ahead and get started. So at 250 we have Comancheria, which I reviewed this year. Great little war game, a bit tough to learn, but definitely earns a spot here in my opinion, even though it's the absolute last one. And I didn't know that it even was in this range. It was kind of far in years prior, but I think if I remember correctly, Navajo Wars did make it to the top 200 at some point. But yeah, Comancheria totally deserves to have some spotlight here. Then we have this OG at 200. Moving on to Gears of War at 248. This is a classic, and I have tried it, and it's really cool, but it's so out of print, it's not even funny. So yeah, it's gonna be really tough for this game to not keep dropping down every year because it's just so out of print. But yeah, awesome dungeon crawler. I made a review for it, which you can check out. Moving on to Paupers Ladder at spot 239. So I was planning to play this year, but I got distracted. I'm busy with other things. I am going to make an updated RPG, solo RPGs list. I really wanted to play this before I made that. There might still be a bit of time before that happens, but I honestly doubt it. If not, for sure, for next year. I definitely want to check this out. And it had a pretty substantial jump of over 200 spots. I think that's because of the newest edition, which includes the solo mode in the box, which is the one that I got. And that's the reason why I haven't reviewed it in so long, by the way, because I could not get a hold of a copy at a decent price. Prior to this, I could only purchase it internationally, and the shipping was ridiculous, so I never did. But yeah, I finally found a copy stateside, and yeah, that's the one that I have. So looking forward to reviewing that eventually. And then we have Iron Helm at 236. And it looks like it dropped quite a few spots. It was almost in the top 200 last year, and it was in the top 200 in 2023. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is a great game. I don't know why it keeps dropping. It might be an availability issue or just too much fierce competition. This is in my top 20. Love Iron Helm. Oh man, look at how they massacred my boy. He was almost in the top 100 at some point. Shadows of Brimstone at spot 231 this year. This really sucks. It's in my top 10. I love Shadows of Brimstone so much. It's such an awesome dungeon crawler, my favorite by far. But yeah, I don't know what's up with this trajectory. Again, I think it's just way too much fierce competition. I can't picture this making a recovery in future years. They do keep releasing content for it, but I don't think that'll move the needle in the future. So it looks like it'll stay out of the top 200 for the foreseeable future. Next, at 229, we have Dungeon Alliance. So it's been fluctuating a bit in the past few years. It used to be in the top 200 and then it's gone back up and down in the above 200 spot. Now, this game, lately I've been reading about it. I have had it forever. I've just never played it, but it's popped up in discussions, and most people that really like this game, like, they rave about it, and I have it with the expansions and everything. Next to Paupers Ladder, I really was trying to make some time for playing this game this year. I don't think it'll happen honestly this year, but it's up there in my priority list of games to play in the near future, I hope, because I'm a huge Mage Knight fan and I love dungeon crawlers, so it combines those two things, and yeah, people rave about it. Now, some people say that it's inferior to Mage Knight, so I don't know. I want to make up my own conclusion. I definitely want to try this in the near future. Next, we have Thunderbolt Apache Leader at 221. And man, I have had my copy for so goddamn long. I can't believe I haven't played it. Some of the types of games that takes me the longest to go through in my pile of shame is war games. I don't play war games that frequently. I think the only war game that I tackled this year was Comancheria. That's it. But I need to give this a shot. It was in the top 200 for so long. It used to be a ubiquitous item in the list. And yeah, I haven't given it the love that it deserves. I need to get around to trying this someday. Next, at spot 215, we have Mini Rogue, and another game that I tried tackling this year, but for whatever reason, like it didn't click at the time. Like I don't know why. I don't think that it's a complicated game, but I guess it was like in the mood I was at the time. I didn't want to like go through learning it. I still need to give this a shot, especially when reviewing roguelikes and dungeon crawlers. I think I might be able to squeeze some time this year to try this before the new dungeon crawler adventuring game list. I really need to give this a shot because people have loved this game for so long, and look at how, man, and I just realized it dropped down over 100 spots. What the heck is going on? Why? this game, it was really high last year. What happened? What a fall. I'll have to look into that. That's crazy. A lot of people still rave about this, but yeah, I need to give it a shot and make up my own opinion about it. Next, we have Dungeon Degenerates at spot 205, and sadly, it dropped out of the top 200, which it was in last year at spot 193. One of the best soloable RPG experiences that we can get, as I've explained before. I'm happy that it at least has some presence still. Sadly, not in the top 200, but at least some presence, which makes me happy. So yeah, this game deserves a lot of praise. It's really good. Moving on, we have Warfighter. I have not played Warfighter in years. I should get it on my table again. It is at spot 204, and it dropped out of the top 200, sadly. Brutal fall as well, 60 spots. So yeah, it got trounced out of the list. That is unfortunate. But yeah, this is an amazing solo game. I've brought it up in top lists before. Really good. I really should give it some love, man. I hated the learning experience, but I think I learned recently that there was some kind of fan-made rulebook. I need to try that out and see if next time I want to put this on the table, it makes things easier. But yeah, that's Warfighter. Next, at spot 199, we have Elder Sign, one of my favorite dice chuckers, and it looks like it has progressively been dropping every year, sadly, but I think this is just people moving on from the game. Eventually, it is a bit of an old dog. It's been here on this list for a while, a bit of a ubiquitous title as well, but yeah, just lots of new games, lots of competition. I don't expect this to recover anytime soon. Next, we have Runebound 3rd edition, and I believe, as Kevin says here, this includes all versions, and my god, I can't believe I haven't tried my 3rd edition copy. You know what game I'm interested in? Judgment of the Something Lords. It's like this mint game that's supposed to be Runebound on a tin from GameCrafter. I'm interested in getting that game. I'm pretty sure that it's more based on Runebound 2nd edition, but still, I think it would be silly if I got around to playing that game before I played 3rd edition. I really need to get around to trying Runebound. Yeah, this year at spot 193 for the Runebound series in general. And I think this is in big part due to the fact that it's out of print. You can still find copies of the base game pretty cheap for both 3rd and 2nd edition online for like $40-50, I think. But yeah, lack of availability, that's a big problem with this one, sadly. So it's just gonna keep dropping out. I do actually really like Runebound 2nd edition. It's a great little simple adventuring game. But man, I need to try my 3rd edition copy. I actually, I went out of my way to find a copy of that like crazy, and I've never played it. Man, there's just so many games, so many goddamn games. I need to get around to trying it. Next, at spot 189, we have Shadowrun Crossfire, and another favorite of mine. Haven't played it in a few years, but I loved my time with this game. And man, I just need to clone myself to play all of these games. So many goddamn good games. This game is amazing. But yeah, another 50 spot drop. I think this is because of lack of availability as well and a lot of competition. I think I remember hearing that this is gonna get a reprint soon and a new expansion. I'm pretty positive I heard that this is gonna get a new expansion. So I am looking forward to that. When I do hear any updates on that, I would be happy to buy a new expansion for this. It'll give me an excuse to get it on the table again. But yeah, I love Shadowrun Crossfire. Amazing deck builder. And next, at spot 188, we have Star Wars Imperial Assault, another top 20 title for me. One of the best experiences I've had in board gaming, period. And this is an amazing dungeon crawler with the official app and with the fan-made stuff. It got quite a drop, really precipitous drop. That's terrible. It seemed to hold strong within a 5-spot range for a couple of years, and just look at that drop. That is crazy. What could have caused that? Because I think that the game is pretty available. So what is up with that? I guess it's just aged. It's just an old game, but I think it has aged like wine. So yeah, a bit sad to see this one drop, but I guess just making room for new games. Next, at spot 184, we have Undaunted, and I played this briefly. Really cool game. I still have it. I love World War II themed games, and this game is very unique. It combines deck building and war. It's like a hybrid of a deck builder and a war game. The serve spot in the list in general, really cool, really good. A solo mode by David Turksey. I need to get this on the table again. Really, really good game. Next, at spot 174, we have G.I. Joe, the deck building game. Another precipitous drop of 40 spots from 132 to 174 this year. And I do want to make an updated top deck builders game. I'll see if I can squeeze playing this game before I make that list this year. I think that's one of the lists that I'm thinking of updating because I did play some additional deck builders this year. But yeah, G.I. Joe, it has quite a reputation. People rave about this game, and I got it on sale last year, so hopefully I'll try it before I make that list. If not next year, that's okay. And look at my boy, Dragons of Etchinstone at 173. Look at that. An increase in spots from 252 last year to 173. Congrats to Joe. This is awesome. This has a really, really well-deserved spot on this list. And with the Chip Theory Games release, it might make it to the top 100. You can be pretty certain of that. I could place bets on that. This could make it to the top 100 spots next year. We'll see, but congrats to Joe. This is awesome. Love Dragons of Etchinstone. Top 20 game for me. Next, we have Jump Drive at spot 171. And as I mentioned earlier, my list didn't really change that much this year. That's why I'm not making an overall top solo board games of all time list this year. Next year, pretty sure I will. But one of the games that dropped out of my top 20 when I submitted my votes was Jump Drive, because I am less favorable to portable games now. I rarely reach for portable games. I like my big games with tons of components and things like that. So portable games don't really, I don't have a reason to reach for a portable game these days. It's still an amazing game, but yeah, you can see a precipitous drop there of 50 spots. That is crazy. Man, look at that. It was in the top 100 in 2023. Well deserved, by the way. I still haven't tried the Terminal Velocity expansion. I need to give that a shot. But yeah, a bit sad to see this dropping so much. I hope it never drops out of the top 200 because it's an amazing title. Everybody should try this at some point. Jump Drive. Love me some Jump Drive. Next, we have Middara at 162, which was a debut game for me this year. Game's been around for a while, but I raved about this game, love it. It is a big commitment though, big game, big box, lots of rules, but an amazing dungeon crawler, amazing campaign game. You can check out my full review on it, but that is quite the drop, and I don't think that the Acts 2 and 3 coming out will help it recover. There's just way too many games in this category, so lots of competition in this dungeon crawler campaign category, but yeah, amazing title that very well deserves a spot in the top 200. And I respect Kevin Erskine's tastes a lot because we align, and this is like a top 2, top 3 game for him. I think it was his top 1 for a while. I think his top game is still Mage Knight, but yeah, Midara's incredible. I loved the first chapter that I played. With how many games I have, I don't know when I'll get this on the table again. I do want to go through the second chapter, but Lord, there's way too many games, and I want to get around to trying like Eon Trespass Odyssey at some point. So Lord, I don't know when I'll get around to doing that. But yeah, this is an amazing game. Highly recommended. Next, at spot 151, we have Dragons Down, and I'm happy to see it going up. I don't know that it'll break the top 100, and as some people comment here, the AI art is a detriment to the game, unfortunately. It's not a deal breaker for me, as I explained in my review of it, but yeah, a lot of people just on principle refuse to buy a game because of AI art, and it is unfortunate also that with how much AI art has evolved, the game was created in the time where AI art was in that super awkward stage. Yeah, I mean, AI art can still be noticeable and bad, but I've seen leaps of improvement in general. It just becomes better and better with time. So yeah, it really was created in that very awkward teenage years of AI art. So it doesn't do it any favors. It's unfortunate that the game uses AI art because it turns a lot of people off from it, but I hope it stays on the list. It really is an amazing game, and I am still pending to try the expansion content that I ordered for the game. But yeah, happy to see Dragons Down on this spot. Top 20 material for me, by the way, before I forget to mention that. Next, we have Gloom of Kilforth at spot 146, and this is another favorite solo RPG, card-driven solo RPG of mine. I never realized that it was in the top 100. That is crazy, and well deserved, by the way. But yeah, I guess just competition and maybe less availability. I don't see this when I go to board gaming stores online. I don't see this very frequently being in stock, so I think it can be a bit of a difficult game to get a hold of. And yeah, just way too much competition, I suppose. But amazing game. I don't think this will ever leave my collection. I think it was between spot 20 and 30 last time I listed my top 50 games. Amazing game, recommended. At spot 142, we have Skytear Horde, which I reviewed all content for it this year. It's an amazing little card battler. It still doesn't beat FFG's LCGs for me. If I want a quick battler, I still prefer Marvel Champions, but I love the Hearthstone magic feel that this offers, and it plays exceptionally well solo. I do think that this deserves a spot here. I did mention that I'm not a fan of the business model for it. If you buy the retail edition, I think it's a bit subpar. If you want to play this game, I think you have to go all in so that you have all player cards from the publisher store, which is a bit unfortunate. But this is one of my favorite categories of games, like MTG-like soloable games, and this is one of the best in that category. So well-deserved spot here. Next is Space Empires 4X, which actually got an increase in rankings. It went from almost 180 last year to 140 this year, and a 40 spot, a pretty much 40 spot increase. And I think that's in big part thanks to the All Good Things expansion being released, which I did receive at my door, and I keep saying year after year that one day I'll try all the expansions together, and I will do that, and I'm pretty sure I have to do that because next year, the Master of Orion at Astra board game, I'm planning to play that, and I want to do a comparison, so I'll probably have like a back-to-back month where I play this and a Master of Orion at Astra and see how they compare. But yeah, the new expansion, people have been raving about the new expansion. Everybody says it's amazing, so I am excited to finally play this game. I literally have not played it in like 4 or 5 years, so I'm excited to get this in my hands and table it after so long, but it's gonna be great. Can't wait for that. Happy to see this go up in ranks. Next, we have HEXplore It at 130. This is a top 10 material for me, the HEXplore It Forest of Adrimon. I don't have more titles in the series, but this is one of my top, I think my top RPG, like D&D-like game, and only contended with Dragons Down. That is quite the drop, 44. Yeah, it's at 130 this time, and it was in the top 100 last year, so kind of sad to see it drop, but really good game. I don't know why it's dropping. I think that this is readily available, and they keep releasing content for it. So I guess it's just competition again, and people moving on and trying different things. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up with that, but I hope that at least it has some presence on the list. In the foreseeable future. People need to try this out. To me, this is the best D&D-like experience that's soloable as far as games where you control a party of characters. You can play it solo, as I mentioned, but not too much of a fan. I prefer controlling a party, but amazing game. And I need to table this because of the book campaign that I bought for it. Again, too many goddamn games, so little time. Next, at spot 129, we have Deckers, and I don't know when I'm gonna be able to get this game like here on the States, like on retail, on the retail side. I've been wanting to get Renegade for years, and that was out of print, and now this is released, but I have not seen it on any board game store. But I definitely want this title, and I want to try it, and everybody's been raving about it for folks that got their hands on this game from Essen this year. So definitely looking forward to this, and hopefully I'll review it next year when I get my hands on it. And here's One Deck Dungeon at 126, 36 spot drop from 90 last year. A bit unfortunate, but yeah, I think this is a ubiquitous solo game. Even if people move it on eventually, when you go through your solo phases, you should try this game at some point. I still love it. I played the app. I haven't played my physical copy in a while, but it's so small, like I don't care. Even if I don't play it again, like I don't mind owning it. It has some nostalgic value for me. It was one of the first, like within the first 10 or 20 or so solo war games that I played. So happy that it has some presence here. But yeah, I love One Deck Dungeon. Next, at spot 113, we have Space Hulk Death Angel, and it got a 40 spot drop, quite the precipitous fall from 73 last year. I'm shocked that this game has held up in this list for so long, considering how hopelessly out of print it is. I haven't checked in years how much it costs to buy this game, but yeah, it's not really that different. I remember when I first started the hobby, it cost me $40 to get a box, so that hasn't changed. That's good to know. Even though it's out of print, it's reasonable how much it costs. If you want to pay an eye and an arm, you can get the expansions, but just the little box there, it's great. I think that for old time's sake, I need to get this on the table again. It's a pretty quick to play game, and with how many other games I've played since, it'll be interesting seeing like some perspective on, you know, how my tastes have changed and appreciating the mechanics of it. Yeah, I think that for old time's sake, I just need to table this like once or twice, just to, you know, just to see how I perceive the game like all of these years later. And then at spot 107, we have Fields of Fire, my favorite war game. I still haven't received my deluxe edition because I paired it with the Mr. President second edition upgrade box. So I don't know when I'm going to receive this. Maybe I should separate both purchases and get this shipped. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered anyway because I would have not had time to play this year. I'm just terrible. But I have not played this in so long. This is a game, for those that don't know, this is what started the hobby for me. Don't start the hobby with this, by the way. Don't don't do that. But yeah, so I need to try the deluxe edition rule book, and that is quite the increase. 66 spot increase, so that's awesome. And yeah, it looks like the deluxe edition is really doing it favors. People are having a somewhat decent learning experience with this thanks to the new deluxe edition, so it makes me super happy. I'm glad that more people are experiencing this masterpiece of a game, so I can't wait to try the deluxe edition myself. Next, we have Ashes Reborn at 106. And folks, I never reviewed this game. I don't know if I ever will, because when I played it, I just wasn't crazy about it. And you all know I love MTG-like games. I was not crazy about this game, honestly. So yeah, I might give it another shot before moving it on. But for how much I like MTG-like games, this fell really flat for me. Don't know why. And it's dropping here a bit. We'll see the trend next year if it keeps dropping. Yeah, it was within the top 100 last year. We'll see. But yeah, Ashes Reborn, I don't know. I have not had any motivation to play this after I tried it. I played it about a dozen times when I first got it. But yeah, not crazy about it. But we'll see. All right, next, I wanted to comment on this Deliverance controversy. This is a spot 80. And man, this is so unfortunate, right? Because what happened was the designer, Andrew Lowen, he shared the list to his followers, right? Which prompted them to vote for the list. Now, I'm going to make this clear. I really don't think that Andrew meant any harm with this. I could be wrong. I can't read the guy's mind. I don't think that he meant any wrongdoing with this. I don't think that it was malicious. He's just enthusiastic about his game, and that's fine. I've heard that David Tursi does the same in his Discord servers and with his playtesters. He prompts them, he shares the list, tells people to vote. That's so I've heard. I could be wrong, but that's what I've heard. Okay, don't quote me on that. But yeah, this is just really unfortunate because when you look at the ratings before and after, right, like the games before and after in the list, right, and then you look at the discrepancy right here of the sudden jump from 3 number 1 votes to 30. And you look at the comments. I think obviously this is the game in the list that has the most comments. So you have people complaining about how this skews the results versus telling people talking about how awesome this game is. And by the way, disclaimer, I've been interested in this game for years. I just haven't been able to, I just haven't gotten a hold of a retail copy. I want to get a retail copy, so I will try this game eventually. I love dungeon crawlers, so I want to try this. And this doesn't change that. But yeah, it's just a bit unfortunate, man. I think just, look, guys, like here's how I look at it, okay? And I think if any marketer listens to me say this, they're going to want to strangle me. Marketers who hear what I'm about to say are going to have a heart attack, okay? If people want to vote for your game, they'll vote for your game, okay? That's it. Like, I understand, like, advocating for your game. And now the problem also is that for people who propose policing how people are supposed to advocate for their game, because I saw people proposing that we should have like strict rules, like we take you off the list if you if you tell people about the list existing. That's really hard to police, guys. Like that's just really hard to police, and this is just a side effect of this becoming mainstream. I think that was the most level-headed thing I heard someone say when reading like through these 200 comments, right? This is just a side effect of this becoming more mainstream and more people getting into the hobby. And yeah, I just hope, again, I think that Andrew didn't mean any wrong with this. I don't think that he had any ill will, but I can picture like publishers trying to use this as a marketing platform. Please don't, guys. Like, if people like your game, they'll vote for it. Okay, that's just how it should be. Let things be organic. If people know about the list, they'll vote for your game. And if they don't know about the list, that's fine. But much rather that be the case than some of your followers not knowing the list exists. Much rather that happens versus this happening, because now instead of people talking about how awesome your game is, look at this disaster. Like, this comment section is an absolute disaster, by the way, just disaster. Okay, so very unfortunate. This happened with another game last year too, an indie game. But yeah, and look, by the way, if you wanted people to talk about your game, now they are. You got the attention, but yeah, it's just not worth it, guys. And this doesn't apply to Andrew, okay? Like, I don't think of like Andrew when I say this, but it really makes my skin crawl, like publishers trying to use this as a marketing platform. It really should not be. But I don't think that one player guild members thinking that that's reprehensible behavior and being vocal about it is going to stop publishers from trying to pull something, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I hope that this doesn't repeat next year. We'll see. Still, I do wish this game the best, and I will try it at some point. Just unfortunate that the discussion devolved into this. Next, at spot 67, we have Star Wars Outer Rim. I've been wanting to get a copy of this game for many years. Finally got one this year, but of course, with how many games I have on my goddamn pile, I haven't gotten around to trying it. But a lot of people list this as their top Star Wars game. I already am very biased about what Star Wars games I like. I love Star Wars Destiny because I made a solo variant for it, and I love Star Wars deck building game Leaders. I don't think that this game will dethrone that. We'll see. I also love, as I mentioned earlier, Star Wars Imperial Assault Solo. I honestly don't think that this will dethrone that for me personally, but yeah, I will get around to trying this at some point. Lots of people consider it their top favorite Star Wars solo board game. Next, we have Cartographers, and it is sad to see it drop this much back in 23, and I think even back in 22. I remember it being like within the top 20, top 30, but now it has been relegated to spot 65. So quite a drop over the years, a trend of it dropping. I think this is an amazing game and my favorite Verban Bride game by far. Top 20 material for me, by the way. Yeah, a bit sad to see, but it looks like at least it'll have some presence in this list for the foreseeable future, so that's cool. Next, at spot 59, we have the Anarchy. Quite the debut, if you ask me. This is awesome, okay? And I will try this at some point. I finally tried Hadrian's Wall for the first time this year, and I can see why people love it. I raved about it. I made a review for it. Amazing game. And apparently this is even better. I'm not in a hurry to try it, though, just because of how many games I have, but I will buy it at some point because, man, if you're telling me this is even better than Hadrian's Wall, that is insane. That's how do you make that even better? But apparently it is. So looking forward to trying this. Quite the debut at spot 59 for the first year. Next, we have Scythe at spot 56. Man, this has kept dropping and dropping. I guess it has lost its shine over the years. And I think it's an amazing game. I love this game, by the way. It's so good. Incredible game. Plays so well solo. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just old and people play other things. I can't really put it on anything else. I remember this. I think at some point I remember seeing it in the top 20, top 10 or something. Yeah, this has just kept dropping and dropping. Crazy. But yeah, no, amazing game. Don't think it's going to leave the list anytime soon. But yeah, that trend of it going down and down further, a bit unfortunate, but amazing game. I need to give it a bit more love. Next, we have Warp's Edge at spot 51, and it got quite a drop, 25 spots from its 26 spot last year. And yeah, I think this is a great intro solo game, by the way, and I still keep it because it's the only back builder in my collection. But once you play it a few times, it kind of loses its shine. I only keep it because it's the only back builder I have. That's it. But if I find a better one at some point, I'll move it on probably. I also wasn't a fan of how they release more expansions beyond the original one, and it becomes an issue like finding the deluxe tokens. That's always irked me. You can only get the deluxe tokens from their Kickstarter or from their store. So yeah, I don't know. That's always annoyed me a bit, and it's prevented me from buying more expansions. But still, cute game, and definitely something I would present to people if I want to introduce them to the hobby. Next, at spot 46, we have Kingdom Legacy Feudal Kingdom, and that's quite the jump, folks. Look at this. It went in 2024, it was at 149, and here this year at spot 46, a over 100 spot jump. Well deserved, folks. This is one of the most amazing solo experiences you can have. It is cheap. It's just like a couple Starbucks drinks, and you get an amazing experience of multiple plays, of seeing this little deck of cards of your kingdom evolving, and it's just unlike anything I've played, okay? This really deserves all the praise that it gets here. Now, is it number one material for me? No, but I'm happy that a lot of people consider it the number one. Now, another thing that's probably holding it back is the AI art. A lot of people, again, on principle, they don't like AI art, and you'll see in the comment section that it devolves into an AI art discussion, which is sad. But I don't think that this is going anywhere. It's an amazing and unique game and cheap. And it also has an aspect of it where you play it once and that's it. You can reset the deck or buy a new one, but I love that I just played it once and that was it. Like, if I want to play it again, I can just buy a new one. But with so many games, I just love the finality of this game where you play it once. And there's tons of expansions for it, by the way. I'm not planning to dabble into them anytime soon. But this was one of the most amazing experiences I had. I think it was last year. So make sure that you check this game out. It's amazing. Kingdom Legacy Feudal Kingdom. Next, at spot 44, we have Bullet. And I think that one of the few changes I had to my top 20 this year when I voted was including Bullet, because Bullet captured me this year, okay? Now, the reason why I brought it out after a few years is because I had an arm injury and I was looking for games that I could play with one arm. And I remembered, I have Bullet. I haven't played that in a while. And man, I really loved it so much more than the first time I played it years ago. And it made me buy a bunch of expansions for it. And it is just amazing what this game does with the simple rule set and the simple components. It's just a big bag of coins and just a couple of boards, like the heroine board and the boss board that you go up against and the bullet board. Like, that is it. It is crazy. Such minimalism, but such a cool puzzle, so colorful. Love the anime art. Just amazing game. But yeah, one of the few games that made an adjustment in my top 20 this year. We'll see if it stays there, but just an incredible puzzle, folks. One of my new favorite top solo games. Next, at spot 28, we have Star Trek Captain's Chair. And what a hell of a debut it had. And well deserved, honestly, this Game of the Year material. I don't know what game I'll consider like the best game of the year for me, as far as games that came out that I was able to try, that I had the time to try. But this definitely a contender for it. Amazing game. My only issue is how much of a pain in the ass it is to learn, but it is worth it, especially if you're a Imperium fan. I made a full review for it if you're interested. But yeah, well-deserved spot. Plays amazing. I'm not even a Trekkie, and I enjoyed it. And it made me want to start watching Star Trek. And I've enjoyed what little I've seen of it. I need to watch more. But yeah, it was an amazing game to try this year. Awesome deck building, awesome card play, Euro card play. Just a great game all around. Just a bit tough to learn. That's it. Another amazing debut at number 27, we have Lord of the Rings, Fate of the Fellowship. And yeah, it looks like it snubbed Star Trek Captain's Chair one spot ahead. Look at that. And with not even as many number one votes, with almost half the amount of number one votes. But yeah, it snubbed this one spot ahead. And yeah, well deserved. This is another contender for Game of the Year. Amazing design. Lord of the Rings fan or not, I mean, of course that helps if you're a Lord of the Rings fan. I did make a review of this. If you're interested, check it out. But yeah, definitely Game of the Year material. Amazing blend of thematic elements and just great use of the pandemic engine. Just impressive game all around. Just great fun. Love my time with this game this year. At number 25, we have Vantage, and I haven't purchased this game yet. I'll get around to trying it. Of course, there's a lot of people raving about it, and how crazy is that? That all of these games are so close within each other. Just a couple of spots ahead, and we have another game that came out this year, Vantage. Yeah, I love me like some roguelike type adventuring games, so this is probably right up my alley. Just with so many games that I've had this year that I haven't had a chance to play yet. I just decided to not really hurry and get this one. So yeah, but I will definitely try it at some point. And yeah, everybody's losing their mind about this game. So there's definitely got to be something to it. Yeah, but congrats on its debut. Spot number 25. That's awesome. Next, at spot 24, we have Fist for Odin, another game that I really should try at some point. It's been on my pile of shame for so long, and it has maintained a really good consistency here, being within the top 25. But yeah, a lot of people love this. The only Uwe Rosenberg game I've played is Nosjord. I have Gates of Loyang and Fist of Odin, but yeah, maybe when I'm feeling Euro-y, I'll try these two. I need to give these a shot, but cool to see that this is maintaining its spot. Next, at spot 22, we have Earthborne Rangers, and it has had a good rise over the past 3 years. I finally got my copy from the Kickstarter with the new expansion. I tried tabling it, but I got really frustrated with it, folks, I'm not gonna lie. Some of the components were damaged, and yeah, people were complaining about the fact that the stickers that come with the game to close the box can rip the box, so it was really annoying, like removing them carefully, and one of the cards arrived damaged, so I had to replace it just because of how this game is packaged. So yeah, and the cards, I hate how the cards feel, by the way, like they're very warped. I understand the bit that they're doing with it being, sustainable or whatever. So yeah, between that and I wasn't crazy about the tutorial, I immediately had rules questions that were not answered in the rulebook, which is supposed to be like the second edition rulebook, by the way, which is like supposed to be better, I think, and it still didn't answer my questions. So I got annoyed that like even in the tutorial, I got questions that were not answered. So bad start. I'm not gonna give the game away. I'll give it another shot. Cool to see that it's racing up in ranks, but not gonna lie, folks, I don't know how I feel about this whole thing of like there's no adversity, no conflict. It's like, a lot of people eat it up and they say that it's like a relaxing game or whatever. That's fine. There's place for that in my board games. Gentle Rain is one of my favorite board games, and it's a game like that, right? It's like all relaxing. But we'll see. I'll give this another shot. People seem to really like it. So yeah, that's Earthborne Rangers. Next, we have Elder Scrolls Betrayal of the Second Era. Man, what a meteoric rise. Look at that, at spot 21. And folks, here's the truth. I am way, way, way too invested into the Too Many Bones system for me to care about this. This looks like a giant, expensive, like $200 box. I don't care that much about Elder Scrolls, thank God, because if I was like a super Elder Scrolls fan, it would be really difficult to resist this. But yeah, I don't think that I'm getting this like anytime soon, honestly. So I'm happy that it's doing well, but yeah, I'm not touching this. Next, we have Slay the Spire at spot 18, and this was, I think, spot 21 or last year for me, almost top 20 material. Haven't played it this year. I really should. It's such an easy game to table, but the reason why I don't play this so frequently is because of the board. The board is like too tall, and usually like I have small spaces for like quick games for me to play while I have a big game on a bigger table. So this could be on par with like Marvel Champions as far as like quick games that I could play, but if it wasn't for that board though, like this is a bit of a difficult game to table as far as like table space, because I love the quick nature of it and how easy it is to learn. I would have played it more this year if it wasn't for that, honestly, if it wasn't for that tall board with the map. But yeah, awesome game though. I raved about it last year. Yeah, I made an individual review and I ranked it 21. So awesome that this keeps going up. Well deserved. Amazing adaptation. And I like touching cardboard, so I prefer this over the video game, as many people have also expressed. So yeah, love that this is so successful. Next, at spot 12, we have Voidfall, and yeah, I didn't get to play it this year. I don't think I will, to be honest, folks. I did share a picture that I got this game on the mail this year. I think at this point, I probably might just wait for the expansion because I want the double-layered tiles. So I got the retail edition, and I heard that there's going to be an upgrade pack for people who bought the retail version. I really want those double-layered boards. I'll see, but yeah, man, I think this game is right up my alley. It's by David Turksey and Nigel Buck team, which have made other games that I really like. It's super brain burning and thinky. I think this will be right up my alley. But yeah, didn't get to play this year. Don't think I will play this year. But that is quite the rise. It went up 12 more spots, so that's awesome. Congrats to Voidfall. Next, we have Lost Ruins of Arnak, which went up 5 spots. That's impressive, considering that it's like 5 years old. It going up is very, very impressive. Look at how many more votes it got, like 100, almost 100 more votes. And I think that's probably because they've supported the game really well. They just released a new expansion. I reviewed it. And as I said in my review, folks, I did have a couple minor issues with it, but like I played it for like 2 weeks straight and I was never bored. I could have played it for like another 2 weeks. It's an amazing, amazing, amazing game. So good. Okay. So well-deserved spot at number 11. Really good. If you haven't tried it, make sure that you give Lost Ruins of Arnak a shot. Amazing game. At spot 10, we have Ark Nova. I got the expansion recently. I need to try with the expansion, but the few times that I played this game, it is amazing. It's just pure, amazing Euro tableau building goodness. And, you know, it has the ugly, like, stock art, like terraforming Mars. And I think it works better here. If you want to do the stock image thing, I think it works better here. But yeah, the puzzle here is amazing. So I love seeing this here, and I love that it has stayed in this ranking. I think it's well deserved. So yeah, love Ark Nova. The puzzle is just incredible. Next, we have Dune Imperium at spot number 9. I think this was within my top 10. I forget which spot. I think it might have been 9 or 8. But yeah, this is an incredible game. I haven't played it in a while. It's been years since I've played it, but the little time that I spent with it, I loved. I still need to try with the X expansion. I keep saying this every year, every time I do this list. But yeah, I still need to try with the X expansion. But man, the time that I spent with Dune Imperium, some of the best solo board gaming that I've had. So even if I don't play it again, like doesn't matter. Just incredible game. And yeah, I just want to jump to the last 5, which pretty much aligns with my tastes, except Spirit Island. Spirit Island. I love Spirit Island. I did try it the first time this year with the Advanced expansion, and it made me like it more. It still didn't make me fall in love with it, and like it didn't make it replace Mage Knight for me. I tried it with the Branch and Claw expansion, and yeah, the events do make it more interesting. Like a lot, in fact, okay? To me, like, Spirit Island without the events, it almost feels like a tutorial. Like, that little bit of unpredictability that it adds, it makes it so much more interesting, in my opinion. Maybe it'll go up later if I play that more. But yeah, this pretty much aligns with my tastes, except I have, instead of Spirit Island, like, I have Mage Knight at number 1, and then at number 2, I have Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion. But then the rest is, yeah, Marvel Champions, Arkham Horror, Lord of the Rings LCG. Marvel Champions always first for me, and then these kind of go back and forth. I think this year I probably would have put Lord of the Rings in front of Arkham Horror. But yeah, these are like some of the best solo board games that you can play. Yeah, this last 5, it aligns with my tastes, except Spirit Island. But yeah, and Imperium, it has kept going up spot by spot consistently, and well deserved. Loved Imperium. I love Imperium myself. And then you have Too Many Bones, also top 10 material for me. But yeah, really nothing changed much this year in the top 10, all right? And a lot of these align with me. But yeah, folks, this was a fun season to watch the games be uncovered every day, and I can't wait for this list next year. All right, but congrats to all of the awesome games, making moves, and all the movers and shakers. And I want to thank you all so much for listening to me today. Go over the list. And if you have any comments, questions, feedback, go ahead and put them in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this content, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.